Yeah, hey, John, I want to ask you about Pat. It seems like your team is always looking for him on a lob, and he's always ready to receive that lob. Can you just talk about that connection?
Yeah, Pat. I mean, look, he's just scratching the surface. He can really score all three levels in terms of he's a lob threat. He can play in the pocket. He's shown he can step out and shoot. I think he's going to do that even more. And he's just got such great feel. And so for us, he's steady. So hitting him, just if it's a lob, great, but also anywhere on the floor, you just trust and know he's going to make great decisions with the ball.
Hey, Chip Washington, Bison Brothers Basketball Podcast. From a scouting standpoint, what did you see as Howard's strengths, or what were you trying to take away from them?
Well, the very first thing was just how hard they play. Just to understand when you're playing against Howard. I think Harris leads the way in that, with the way that Harris plays, but they're going to get after you. You got to be strong with the ball. And then, our transition defense, I thought wasn't good enough tonight, but it's the way that they push the ball at you. So I think those two things really were the biggest areas that we talked about with them.
John, as you know, I've seen a lot of basketball here. I don't know.
I do know that.
Yeah. I don't know that I've seen a team, you've got a 9-man rotation. I don't know that I've ever seen a team this early play this together and unselfish. And can you just comment to that? This team seems to be a little bit ahead of the curve thus far. That you're still trying to figure it out, I know. But what is it what are you doing to make them just play together like this?
Well, honestly, you got to give them credit, because no matter what we're saying as a coaching staff, they have to believe in playing for each other. They have to want to do it, and they do. I think it helps. Cam and Isaiah are going to score a lot for us, but in these two games, I thought they set the table for how to share the ball. And then I think that really matters, when you're leading scorers or your guys who are going to have the ball the most, it becomes infectious. And I think it can go the other way too, which has happened in moments. So for us, we have to continue to work on it. But I'm really proud of the team for at this point, the way that they're attempting to play together. They're doing a great job sharing the ball. I think we've had 20 plus assists in I think it's about 4 or 5 games, whatever it is. And so that's I don't take that for granted at all.
Coach, sticking with the Brotherhood team, traditionally the Duke coaching staff is the positions that feel about former players as well. Until your watch, you had a willingness to step outside the box and hire guys like Coach Dildy, Coach Lucas, even Coach Brads. Could you just speak on what goes into making those decisions or hiring, and also specifically what was it about Coach Brads that you thought was just a great fit for your staff?
Well, one, look, Coach K, he would also hire coaches outside the Brotherhood at a certain point, right? And I think for us, and for me in particular, it's such this era is so different, right? And you're trying to make sure you have the best compliments for you as a coach and for your players ultimately. And Coach Brads in particular, you ask about him, he's as accomplished of a coach at his age, for 8 years, working for Brad Stevens, working for Ime Udoka, Will Hardy, three of the best coaches, really, and his experience in the NBA. We've really doubled down on the fact that this is the best place, hopefully, to win big-time basketball in college, but also to develop, to play in the NBA. And so why not do everything that you're doing, your player development program, stylistically, how you're playing offense and defense, and so to hire somebody who's lived in that world for 8 years, that has a passion for college, that understands Duke, that has a good rapport with me, I think is incredibly important. And he's been great for us, just like Emmanuel with his background, just like Jay was for us with his background, and it's just in a different way.
That was the 5th time with 20 plus.
Fifth time, all right, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, 5th time.
Coach, you guys are really aggressive on defense, but you probably fouled more than you would have liked in that second half. How do you navigate that line between preaching that aggressiveness on defense and not, fouling too much?
Yeah, really wasn't happy with that at all. Just that was not good. we have to be way more disciplined. It is, to me, it's discipline. It's showing your hands. It's not reaching in. It's also being aware, like, all right, they call 2 fouls on you in 1 possession. Don't foul the 3rd time. You know, it's hard when you have 4 or 5 fouls to start off the half right away. So I thought we didn't show great maturity with that, valuing the ball down the stretch, but then also fouling. And part of our strength is our length. And so we want to try to make people score over us. And if they hit some shots, you know, that's going to be a lower percent shot than it is fouling them and putting them at the free throw line.
John, looking ahead to Thursday's matchup, obviously a big game in Chicago, going back home for you. Can you talk a little bit about Arkansas, specifically the guard play with Malik Thomas and Acuff, what they bring to the table?
Yeah, well, obviously, we know how talented Arkansas is, and a ton of respect for Coach Cal, and his teams are always going to play hard, and they're always going to have talent. And their guards are really dangerous. I haven't dove into them yet, like I will tonight for a while and tomorrow. But look, I've coached Darius the U18 trials. I've seen him play a lot. I've seen Malik play a lot. Super talented. You know, their whole team is really talented. So it's gonna be a great challenge for our defense. It's gonna be a great opportunity to play in this environment in a great city. You know, by the way, that's not a bad thing. And to do it on Thanksgiving Day is even more special. So we're really looking forward to the challenge.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.